a cannonball passed through the side of the house and shattered the leg of General Whipple.
William Whipple.
William Whipple.
William Whipple.
William Whipple was born on January 14, 1730 in present-day Maine to a family of sailors. Young William had a limited formal education from a local public school he attended in his youth, but his heart was set on sailing the seas just like his father had. So around the time William turned 21, he established himself as a shipmaster, which basically meant he was the captain. He quickly got to work as a merchant, participating in the triangular trade that made him, as well as so many others, very wealthy. In 1759, William finally settled down in Portsmouth, New Hampshire after almost a decade at sea. Just 8 years later, William married the love of his life, Catherine Moffat, in 1767. Their one and only child, William Whipple III, unfortunately died before reaching adulthood. Being a merchant and having been significantly affected by the oppressive tax acts from the royal government, it's no wonder why William would feel some resentment towards the crown. In 1775, William was elected to the Continental Congress representing his home colony of New Hampshire. Just 1 year later, William was able to sign the Declaration of Independence on the 4th of July, 1776, at the age of 46. The following year, in 1777, William was appointed Brigadier General in the Continental Army. And here's a few of my favorite stories about William's time in the service of his country. On one expedition, General Whipple was attended by a faithful servant named Prince, a native of Africa, and whom the general had imported several years before. "Prince," the general said one day, as they were proceeding to their place of destination, "we may be called into action, in which case I trust you will behave like a man of courage and fight bravely for the country." "Sir," replied Prince in a manly tone, "I have no wish to fight and no inducement. But had I my liberty, I would fight in the defense of the country to the last drop of my blood." "Well," said the general, "Prince, from this moment on, you are free." One morning in 1778, while General Whipple was eating breakfast with some of the officers in the general quarters, a detachment of British troops were spotted about 3/4 of a mile away. Shortly after, a cannon was fired by the enemy, which killed a horse, broke through the side of the house, and then shattered General Whipple's leg. Unfortunately, immediate amputation was necessary. Following his time in the military, William spent some time representing his home colony before being appointed an Associate Justice of the Superior Court of New Hampshire in 1784. His health was declining at this point, and he lasted barely a year in this office before passing away on November 28, 1785, at the age of 55. Charles Augustus Goodrich writes of William Whipple, "Few men have exhibited a more honest and persevering ambition to act a worthy part in the community, and few with his advantages have been more successful in obtaining the object of their ambition." Not born into money like so many others, William did what he wanted, earned what he wanted, and then devoted himself to his country. Yet another great example in how to live a successful life. The end.